Well, good morning, guys. It is about 6 a.m. We are at the boat ramp, getting ready to launch. So a couple things, reason why I'm here so early. We are getting close to the full moon. We're about 4 days out from the first full moon in May. And what I've been reading is typically you will find a shad spawn right around this time. I think the water temperature is still a little too cool for it, so we may see this after the full moon or possibly the next full moon. I'm not sure, but it will happen in low light conditions, so pretty much that first hour or two in the morning right after sunrise is about all you're gonna get. And typically the bass are up feeding on these shad. I was researching, trying to figure out where should I go in this lake, since this only happens for an hour and our boats travel at walking speed. What I found is a lot of, basically the shad are gonna spawn on hard surfaces, so rock, laydowns, if there's any like stumps in here. So we're at Hickory Log, there's not a ton of that. I'm not sure what my game plan is. There's one cove in particular, I know there's some rock walls, and the shad, they don't stay in one place. They're gonna be moving. So let's see what we can find. Let's get out here. If we find something, we should get on a good bite for a couple hours here. All right, we're just gonna troll through this cove real quick. We're gonna move pretty fast. We don't have a lot of time to search. All right, I'm not seeing the signs we're looking for in a shad spawn, which would be a bunch of little blow-ups, shad blow-ups in the shallows near the edge of the bank. So we're gonna keep moving. All right, we're gonna try and slow it down here with a fluke. No signs of the shad spawn yet. Not yet. I mean, I haven't been out too long. I was kind of hoping the shad spawn would have started, but I think it's too cold. Great. Wasn't recording. First fish here. Again on the jerkbait, the Megabass 110. Zero out. 0.98. Let it go. All right. Let's try to remember to hit record. All right, we're gonna throw the jerkbait here. This is close to where I have seen some bait fish and some bass over the last few weeks. Let's see if they've moved on to Main Lake, or I don't know what they're doing, honestly. Seems like an unusual time for Georgia's spring bass fishing. Oh, there's a fish. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is a bucket now. Stay up. Oh my gosh. Oh. Oh my gosh. Can you guys see this? So yeah. Can't lose that. Shoot. Oh my gosh, I'm shaking. Where's the pliers? Holy Scheiße. Holy cow. Look at this fish. Look at that mouth. Like my hand fits in it. It looks like it's been spawning. Let's hold it in the water for a second. Oh my gosh. $4.68. Let's do it one more time. Just over 4.5. Amazing. It's very thick, like wide, and it's almost six inches. I should get a measurement. Alright, I just put her up to the tape. She's about 22 inches. She's not a real fighter. Oh my gosh. What an experience. That's wild. Can you believe that? That's crazy. Oh my gosh. That's wild. All right, let's keep doing this thing then. Oh, that was cool. I'm glad I can go home happy now. That's for sure. Let's see if we can catch some more biggins. Oh shoot, that was exciting. All right, so Megabass 110 did that, and look on the graph. There's some sort of feeding frenzy going on right around here. I'm gonna make that cast again. Why not? That fish was very lethargic, and it showed signs of bedding, spawning. I'm wondering if there's some spawning happening right where I'm at, or that fish is 100% post-spawn, and it may be trying to just feed up here on the schooling bait fish. Yeah, that fish probably could have been close to 6 pounds pre-spawn. There's a bass, very clear. I've seen 2 bass chilling on this point. This bass may be, I can't tell if it's a spawner or not. The fact that it's still sitting right here leads me to believe it may be. Oh, and he went for my lure. Oh, foul hooked him. That was weird. Let's see, we gotta get him off though. Yeah, that was weird. So he saw it. This guy must be on a bed right where I'm at. But he saw this thing and he went straight for it. And I guess I jerked it right when he was by it and it snagged him. I won't weigh him, I'll just let him go, but let's see. I think that might be his bed. Yeah, he went out of his way to go get that jerkbait. Let's see. That's the fish that we just caught. Yeah, he's going. Must be right around those rocks, his bed. There's a little bass. He got spooked, so he's not who we're looking for. There's a bed. Here we go. He's going straight for the worm. His bed's right there. Watch it. He's watching it. Staring right at it. Alright, let's switch lures to the Ned. See, his tail's still there. He's starting to get very spooked now. Okay. Well. Alright, I just saw like 4 bass. Probably not spawning, but they're hanging out here for whatever reason. Oh yeah, one of those was making a double take here. Let's see, I think we're gonna hook up something. Alright, switched it up, put just a regular green pumpkin black flake. Oh, I see a fish on a bed right there. It's like a perfect, the sun is right on it, and it's all just dirt. He's staring at it. I figure switching to something more natural may spook him less. I'm gonna switch it to white because I can't see it. But he looks fairly interested. Oh yeah, there we go. Now I can see what's happening. There's a bunch of bass just coasting here. What is going on? There's 1, 2, they're slightly better, maybe £1.5. They're not really feeding. It's gonna have to be a reaction strike. Since I've seen so many bass on this point, I'm just gonna throw the jerkbait. Even the bedding ones aren't really willing to commit. It's gonna have to be reaction. Oh, come on. He bit it that time. We gotta keep it moving, but we can't. We gotta keep it twitching, but we can't keep it moving too far. There we go. Finally. It's actually heavier than I thought. He's possibly been caught already just by looking at his upper lip. Come on, these hooks are so sticky, which is good, but... Alright, so all those times I make comments of signs of a bedding fish, this isn't super great, but there is a little bit of a red tail, and his bottom lip is kind of red. His belly's a little red. See if this guy even hits a pound. He fought pretty good though. 1.02. Alright. Alright, let's move. Okay. We made the move towards these lily pads. I think I'm going to try just throwing the jerkbait beside them, see if I can draw any fish out of the grass. That, or maybe I can put on a swim jig, weedless swim jig. Try and swim through there. Oh, that worked. Just talking about it. Oh dang, he's hooked pretty good too. Oh, it just popped right out. It's gonna be olive point, 89 pounds. That's my guess. 0.8 pounds. Not far off. See you later. I just saw close to 3-pounder bass cruising the bank here. I mean, very unlikely I would catch him, but maybe he's protecting something. I'm thinking maybe it's a female, because there's a smaller fish here that was kind of just following her. So I don't know if there's a tiny male that built a nest, and we got a female cruising this bank looking for somewhere to lay. I don't know where she went. She kept on cruising. Not satisfied. Here's a perfect example of some bass beds. This is what you would look for during the spawn. And obviously we know the water is 72 degrees right now, so most likely these were the first spawners in the lake. It would be way too hot for a fish to lay their eggs there right now. The only instance that it would be okay is, I mean, those eggs would hatch very quickly. You see those? So these are bluegill beds. I see them, look, they're chasing each other. I don't know if you can see all that. I don't have any micro lures, or I would try and catch some of them. Parking lot's pretty full. This isn't that bad. I feel like it was way worse a few weekends ago.
Put a gas motor on that boat too?
No, I built it specifically for this. Well, turned out to be a pretty decent day, even though it wasn't a plethora of fish and no shad spawn. We still got a decent bite, pretty much all jerkbait. There were a few bass that were bedding, spawning, that we got, I think, also on the jerkbait. And then that one big one for 4.5 plus. So yeah, I think the shad spawn, it will be coming probably in the next week or two, would be my guess. And the fish seem like they're kind of stuck in transition. They're not sure what to do. I think normally we would have already had the shad spawn and the bass would be feeding on them, but it's not happening, and I think the bass just don't really know what to do, where to go. They're not shallow for the most part. There were a few cruising, the ones that are still spawning, but besides that, they're pretty much done, it seemed like, and they're just waiting for the next thing now. And we've had a significantly longer spring than I can ever remember. Usually we'll have a cold front that lasts a day or two maybe, but it stays hot most of the time. But this time seems like we keep getting cold front after cold front, which I like. It's just, it's not normal for Georgia, so I don't know what to do. The other thing, mic, I think it's working finally. GoPro sent me a replacement piece for a faulty piece that I've had. So I think we're finally rocking audio. Pretty soon we'll start rocking 2 cams on the boat, and hopefully I'm gonna be getting a new editing setup, because what I have right now is ridiculous. It's like a $300 laptop 8 years ago, so it was cheap then. It's not great now. I need to upgrade my stuff. It's a struggle. Every video I put together takes me probably an hour or two longer than it should normally take. So thanks for tuning in. Yeah, the jerkbait, when the water's clear and it's kind of cold, you're not really sure what to do. Jerkbait's kind of that in the middle bait where it's moving fast, but it's also not moving fast. As long as the water's clear, that's a good way to go. If it's dirty, you're gonna need to try something else, typically. I mean, maybe it would have worked, I didn't try it. But at the end of the day, I think it ended probably around 8.5 pounds. Unfortunately, we couldn't get any other decent fish. We'll want to start getting 10-pound bags or bigger, but that's going to be a pretty tough challenge. I think come here late spring, we might be able to pull that off a few weeks. So thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you next time. I appreciate you watching. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, and if you got anything to say, leave a comment down below. Peace, guys.